This program illustrates the small group time component of the HighScope daily routine. The scenes have been recorded at various preschool programs using the HighScope participatory learning model. Part 1 provides an overview of small group time, including materials, originating ideas, planning, preparation, and implementation. Part 2 offers 2 extended examples of small group time at the HighScope Demonstration Preschool.
You want purple as well? Here you go.
Small group time is a 15 to 20 minute segment of the daily routine in which a group of children meet with an adult at a consistent time and place to work with materials selected by the adult. During small group time, children experiment, explore, create, solve problems, or build with the materials in their own individual ways.
Maybe we could just like that.
Oh, just steady it against this.
Adults plan small group time based on their observations of the interests and developing abilities of children in the classroom. Ideas come from many sources. A small group time plan often focuses on a particular content area, such as some aspect of literacy.
That's for Henry, for H for Henry.
Or number abilities.
11?
Small group times may also tie into pretend play themes that are popular with children, such as birthdays, pets, or fantasy characters.
Hers are so big they can fly.
Or maybe built around art or building materials children enjoy using.
What colors did you use for the numbers?
There you go.
You know what I am going to do? I'm going to put these in the toy area this afternoon at the next work time. If you want...
Small group time is also a good time to introduce new materials that will be available in the classroom or to bring in materials tied to a community activity or seasonal theme. At the start of the activity, adults usually have an individual set of materials ready for each child. The adult introduces the activity by making a brief statement. As children work, the adult moves from child to child so all children receive attention. The adult observes, listens to, and imitates the way the children play and use language, and looks for ways to support children in pursuing their ideas.
When you're finished putting the last few letters,
a warning is given as the activity draws to an end and the adult and the children put the materials away.
You guys, I thought today I would give you some tissue paper. We have some very long pieces, and we've got some very small pieces. So I wanted to see what you guys could do with it.
The HighScope curriculum uses a child-centered, active learning approach. Teachers using the HighScope approach involve preschoolers in a variety of active learning opportunities throughout the daily routine.
You want to put it in there and make it short?
Small group time activities are child-centered, with content delivered through the ingredients of active learning: materials, manipulation, choice, adult support, child language. Active learning at small group time means that children make choices about how to use and combine materials, use language to communicate their ideas.
This one, even though I think you might win if you do it with this one, because you, I think, might have a little bit.
It might be just a tiny bit bigger. What do you think, Marley? Which one do you think's going to win?
This one.
Okay.
Solve problems they encounter.
Which one do you think we should put on this one?
Big one.
A big one? Okay. That one? Let's try it.
This one's a little shorter right here, Jordan. I wonder if 3 greens would make that one.
And are encouraged by adults who participate along with them and listen, comment, and converse with them about what they're doing.
Have you found that everything's sticking to it?
Additionally, small group time gives teachers the opportunity to observe and interact daily with the same group of children and provides children with regular peer contact and interactions. This consistency strengthens relationships and further creates a supportive setting for learning about people, things, and materials.
Hey, Tegan. Jordan said the magnet goes into this and then holds that.
Teachers strive to form well-balanced small groups, taking into consideration children's sex, age, energy level, and other factors, so children have the opportunity to interact with a diverse range of peers.
You know what? How about when I give you your glasses, let's go over to the woodworking area and find out if there's some more new things over there.
When changing the location of small group in order to use different materials or space, it's important to meet in the usual location first to maintain continuity and then move together to the new area.
Fitting? There are some more right here, Anna, in case you want to trade.
Now let's take a closer look at the materials and ideas used at a small group time and how teachers plan and prepare for this part of the daily routine.
But you were saying you have to put your name on it?
Sign it.
You have to sign it.
To go in and out, because they won't let us in our house unless we sign.
So you can't go inside of the store unless you sign on the paper.
Yeah, so they're there with us.
Look at how many times you signed it.
Ideas for small group time often begin with teachers' observations of children's play in the classroom,
Do you want to spell it?
their play themes, the materials they like to use, and how they like to use them.
A. Well, that didn't look so hard. You had that down pat.
Try it, Addie. Try, how are you going to go on the obstacle course?
Teachers also use small group time to introduce children to experiences they would not otherwise choose.
Feet up.
For example, a teacher might choose to use unit blocks to encourage a child in the group who rarely ventures into the block area. The teacher may even choose to hold small group time in the block area. Or teachers may invite a visitor to come in to share a special talent with the children.
That's a Chinese character for 1, 2, and 3.
Teachers may also focus on a specific curriculum content area, such as language and literacy, creative representation, or mathematics.
I wonder what size you'll need to go right there.
For example, adults plan and provide materials so children can explore concepts such as letter recognition,
You want to look for a letter P?
You're too green.
color mixing,
Green, they made green too.
or classification according to their interests and developmental levels.
And you said all the silver keys go in this one?
Adults in high-scope programs do not use drill and practice exercises to teach particular concepts.
So there's 2 silver trays?
Since small groups are made up of children with differing developmental levels, teachers provide open-ended materials that can be used in a variety of ways to accommodate children's various abilities. For example, a teacher may observe a few children in her small group playing restaurant in the house area at work time, and then plan to use Play-Doh at small group time to make food for the restaurant.
It's poison.
Some children may indeed make food, while others may choose to simply roll or cut the Play-Doh. The teacher acknowledges and supports each child at his or her level of development.
You're making a star, Rachel.
Teachers also use small group time to introduce new materials to children before adding the materials to the classroom. This gives children the chance to try out the new items and then decide where to store them.
You know what I am going to do? I'm going to put these in the toy area this afternoon at the next work time. If you want to work with these, you'll find them here on the shelf. Where should we put them?
This has the added benefit of helping to create a climate of ownership in the classroom.
We'll put them right there in that empty slot. Okay?
Light green.
Oh, a light green. How did you make that one?
Yellow and white.
Further, teachers may also use small group time to provide familiar materials for children to use and think about in new ways, such as paints in different colors to mix and observe changes, or shell collections to examine and describe similarities and differences. Thoughtful planning is key to supporting children well at small group time. In planning small group time activities, teachers incorporate children's interests, include experiences with curriculum content, provide a connection to children's families and to the local community, and respond to recent and ongoing events.
You're going to add it to your collection?
Once teachers have an idea for small group time, they determine the materials they will use and think about possible curriculum concepts they might observe children engaging in.
Well, yeah, before we start, I want to tell you a little bit about small group time today.
When planning small group times, teachers decide how they will introduce and distribute the materials at the beginning of small group.
Henry, when you're finished with snack, this will be your basket right here, okay? Some other materials you might want to try with your phone.
They think about how they will support and extend children's learning in the middle of the activity, and they plan how they will bring small group time to a close and clean up materials at the end of the activity.
This is what we're going to do to clean up. We're going to put all of the screws that you haven't used.
Teachers also consider how they might follow up their small group time with related activities or materials added to the classroom. Teachers prepare for small group time before children arrive each day. They gather a set of materials for each child in their group and place the items in individual containers, such as baskets, paper bags, or plastic containers. This makes materials easy to distribute. It also ensures that each child has what he or she needs and prevents children from having to wait before they can begin the activity.
Once you're done using the letters, if you want to make another pattern, I've got some.
Teachers also prepare backup materials that will support and extend children's interests at small group time. Teachers distribute these materials to children after the children have explored their initial materials.
Did you want to show me what you were doing with your paper clips?
During one small group time, a teacher may introduce pipe cleaners as a backup material to use with paper clips.
Melissa, would you like a pipe cleaner?
During another small group activity, a teacher may introduce glue sticks after children have cut letters out of newspapers.
Pass the glue to the next person after you choose one.
I want orange.
Or a teacher may give children balls of yarn to work with after they explore cardboard tubes.
What are you holding on to over here?
A string.
A string? What do you...
The teacher begins small group time with a brief statement to introduce the materials and pique children's interest in the activity.
At outside time, and they were looking at the different colors in the rocks, and they were choosing out the ones that were their favorite rocks.
In their introductions, teachers might tell the children why they chose the materials. Perhaps they observed children from the group using the materials on the previous day.
Can you guess what they are? They're made out of wood.
Are they letters?
Another strategy teachers might use is to keep the materials hidden and play a guessing game in which they describe the materials and how they might be used.
They're blocks. They're colored blocks. And I was wondering if you take a look at these colored blocks and see what you can do with them.
Or teachers might introduce materials by reading a story related to the materials or a specific concept, or by telling a story using the materials.
You know what our job is going to be today? We're going to take our scissors and we are going to cut those letters back out again. Which one would go next? Up here, I wonder.
During the small group time activity, teachers use the materials along with the children. They watch what children do, listen to what children say, and imitate children's actions.
And then what one would come next?
Teachers move from child to child so all children receive attention. The adults stay at children's physical level as they converse with children and follow their leads.
I've seen you do this kind of puzzle over in the book area, and I was wondering if you have any suggestions for Carlos so that he can pick it up.
You can hold your hands still like that.
Teachers encourage children to do things for themselves and refer children to each other for ideas and assistance.
No, just hold your hand very still.
I'm going to give you some trays also, and if you'd like to sort your buttons in trays.
If teachers notice that some children's interests may be waning, they pass out backup materials that help refocus children and perhaps challenge them to think differently about their original materials.
Oh, they have 4 holes. They all have 4 holes? Not all of them.
It is important that children participate in their own small group so that they are able to develop stable relationships and exchange ideas with peers.
Are you done at your table?
If children become interested in another group's activity, teachers should gently guide them back to their own small group. Then the group can make a plan together to do the other group's activity the following day.
When you're finished putting the last few letters off of your paper, put the tops on your glue and put your glue away.
Teachers give children a warning before bringing small group time to an end. While children finish their work, teachers listen to children's concluding observations.
Standing off like a little table.
Oh my goodness, and a spider in the middle of your